Hi class, today we have another Swun video. It's on decomposing fractions. This is found in Swun 5-1. Our learning goal is today I will learn how to decompose a fraction by breaking up the fraction into a sum of fractions. So we have some vocabulary that we need to refresh our memory on. The first one is numerator. That is the number of equal parts being considered. Then we have our denominator, the total number of equal parts in a whole. And then we have a new vocab word. This is decompose a fraction. That means to break a fraction into smaller parts. Okay, our notes for today is we have numerator and denominator. So if I have my fraction 1/4, the numerator is 1, that's the parts being considered, and then the total number of parts, that's the denominator, that's the 4. Okay, remember, the smaller the denominator, the smaller the parts. So if I have 1/2, the half is in the 2 is in the denominator. I don't have that small of part, but if I had 1/4, the parts are gonna get smaller. So as this denominator grows, these pieces each get smaller and smaller. Okay, our steps for today are, we're gonna actually have 2 sets of steps. I know it's a little bit confusing, so I have labeled this as steps for decomposing a fraction. So the first step for decomposing is first to draw a model for that fraction. Then label each part of the model and show one way the fraction can be decomposed. And remember, that word decompose means break apart. Step number 3 is record this as a sum of fractions. And then step 4, decompose another way and write an addition equation by adding the numerators. Okay, now we're going to do the second set of steps. This is steps for checking a decomposed fraction. So we're going to have 2 different types of problems, so we need 2 different types of steps for this lesson. First one is to write the first fraction sentence. Second one is to draw a number line and label. And then step 3 is show the fraction sentence on a number line. Step 4 is repeat for the second fraction sentence. And then step 5, check your answers by adding the numerator. Remember, that's the one on top for each fraction sentence. Okay, I'm getting out my red pen, so you're just pausing. You are watching. And I'm going to see which set of steps do I need to use. So I have decompose. So I need to use my decompose steps. So step number 1 says draw, let's first read the problem. Decompose 8/8 in 2 ways. So I need to draw a model for this fraction. So I'm just going to use a box, and I need to split it into how many parts? I like to see my fractions like this, 8/8. Okay, so I need to split into 8 parts. And when I see that, I notice that's a 1 whole already, but I still have to draw that fraction. Okay, so I drew my model. Label each part of the model and show one way the fraction can be decomposed. So I'm going to start labeling it. This is 1/8, this is 1/8, this is 1/8, the next one is 1/8. All of these are going to be 1/8. So So let's 1 8, 2 8, 3 8, 4 8, 5 8, 6 8, 7 8, 8 eighths. Okay, so, and I'm going to show how it can be decomposed by breaking it up. Okay, third step is record this as a sum of fractions. So now I'm going to show 1 8 plus 1 8 plus 1 8. All of these added up. And when you add fractions, you just add the numerator. The denominator stays the same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 eighths, okay. Now I need to decompose it another way and write an addition equation by adding the numerators. So I'm going to draw that model again. And I have 1 8. Draw the exact same model. But I'm going to actually split them up. So these two are going to go together, and those two are going to go together, and those two, and then those two. So I don't have 1 8 and 1 8. I have 2 8s here. I have 2 8s here. I have 2 8s here, and then I have 2 8s there. So now when I add 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 2 more is 8 over 8. Okay, that's our first type of problem. Our second type of problem looks like this. Are 3 ninths plus 5 ninths and 6 ninths plus 2 ninths correct ways to decompose 8 ninths? Show using a number line. So I'm going to use steps for checking a decomposed fraction for this. Write the first fraction sentence. Okay, so right here is my first fraction sentence, so I need to write 3 ninths plus 5 ninths. Okay, and then we don't know what that equals to, so I'm going to put a question mark. Now I'm going to draw a number line and label, so 0 to 1 whole, which would be 9 over 9 because it's broken up into 9 parts because our denominator is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 parts. So 1 ninth, 2 ninths, 3 ninths, 4 ninths, 5 ninths, 6 ninths, 7 ninths, 8 ninths, and 1. Remember, 1 is 9 over 9. Okay, so now show the fraction sentence on a number line. I'm going to first start at 3 ninths. So I'm going to go from 0 to 3 ninths. That's going to be my first jump. Then my second jump, I need to go 5 ninths. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Goes to 8 ninths. Okay, so does it equal to 8 ninths like it asked? Yes, it does. So I'm going to put a little check mark just so I know. Okay, next step is repeat for the second fraction sentence. So I have 6 ninths plus 2 ninths. I need to draw my number line. Okay, so I'm going to go to 6 ninths for the first one. Then I need to do 2 more after that. Gets me to 8 ninths. So yes, it is. It works for both. And now one way that I can check is that I'm going to check by adding the numerators of each fraction sentence. 3 plus 5 is 8. Denominator stays the same. 2 plus 6 is 8/9. So both of them work. So my answer would be yes, they are both correct ways to decompose 8/9. Okay, I'm gonna get out my green pen so you're following along. My first guided practice problem out. It says decompose 7/8 in 2 ways. So that's decomposing. I need to use these decompose steps. First one is draw a model for the fraction. So I have 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, and I only have 7 of them. I don't have 8 of them this time, so I'm not going to fill in that last one. My second step is label each part of the model and show one way the fraction can be decomposed. So I have 1/8, 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8 equals 7/8. Sorry about this 1/8. I'm getting ahead of myself. Now I need to record this as a sum of fractions. So I'm going to do 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7/8. So now I need to decompose another way and write an addition equation by adding the numerators. So I'm going to draw it again. Then I'm going to just break it up in half right here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4/8, and I have 1, 2, 3/8. And I'm just going to add the numerators only, so then I get 7/8. Okay, so that's all we have to do for that first type of problem. Okay, we're going to do our second problem. Which says our 1/6 plus 4/8, 4/6, and 3/6 plus 2/6. Correct ways to decompose 5/6. Show using a number line. So I'm going to use this set of steps. Writing each fraction sentence. 1/6 plus 4/6. Okay, now I need to draw my number line and label. 0, and how many parts do I need to break it up into? 6's. So 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, 5/6. I need to go 1/6. Okay, and now I need to go 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to go to this one. Okay, so that one actually worked out to get to 5/6. Let's repeat for the second fraction sentence. So I have 3/6 plus 5/6, or 2/6, sorry. So I'm going to go to 3/6 and then 2 more, which would get me to 5/6. So both of these work. We're going to check our answer by adding the numerator for each fraction. So 1 plus 4 is 5. Denominator stays the same. 3 plus 2 is 5. Denominator stays the same. 5, 6, and 5, 6. So yes, they both are decomposed correctly. Okay, you have 1, 2 homework problems, and then rate your understanding.